Good evening, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good week so far, even though it's only Monday night. I'm doing a vlog really because I met somebody yesterday, and you know when you look at somebody you think, oh, I know you, and he looked at me and we had a bit of a sort of distant chat, both thinking, I'm not sure. And what it was a chap who, God, in the 1990s, early 90s, I did a sponsored walk through my work for a young girl, teenage girl she was, who wanted an electric wheelchair. She had a disease and bless her couldn't walk, you know. But then electric wheelchairs were very expensive. Well, they are now, but they were really expensive then, and the local authorities wouldn't pay or put anything towards helping her, you know. So there were some builders and joiners and electricians who come together, and they give their expertise and time in, you know, putting plugs higher and bringing light switches lower, so when she's in the chair she could plug things in, switch lights off and on. I think there's laws these days in building regs, they have to have plugs and switches have to be a certain height now for disabled people. Anyway, arranged this sponsored walk, and it was to go up to the top of Snowdon, or Wyddfa, in uniform, in postman's uniform, a few of us, to raise money to buy this chair for this girl, you see. And we did the walk, no problem. And a funny tale actually, when I got to the top, it was the old cafe then, and this woman, oh, are you collecting the mail? Collecting the bloody mail at the top of here? Trying to give me a letter to take to take back. Anyway, I explained what we, oh sorry, okay. Anyway, so that was done, we collected the money, and eventually she got a chair and her life was back to normal. We take for granted, you know, you can walk downstairs, upstairs, go for a shower, go and put the kettle on in the kitchen, but she couldn't do that. She had to be carried and wheeled and all this sort of stuff. So I give her independence back and her life back in a way. So it was her father, and that's how I knew him, because he joined us on the walk, and we thought he was going to have a heart attack. Bloody hell. Just having one to while I talk. And yeah, it was nice. I forgot all about that. I've done a few things for charity, where you can help people, you know, and well, there's so many charities now. The only thing I don't like is when I was given, what was it, a cancer research, I think it was, some money, and it goes out to my wages through work. It goes out to my wages every, about £3 a week or something like that. And they'd contact you, you know, and ask, oh, can you give 5? And, oh, can you give 10? I said, no, £3 I give. And all right, oh, we're struggling, and well, I said, I'm sorry, but it's £3. So that was it. Oh yeah, thanks very much, you know, we're not moaning. And then about a month or two later they'd phone somebody else, and they'd say, can you give some, look, I said, I'm getting fed up of this, I give what I can, it's £3. No, oh no, it's alright, don't worry. Well, I said, stop hounding me or I'll stop it altogether. So they haven't phoned since. You know, another thing is when you go shopping, it winds me up. You go to a supermarket sometimes, and nothing against them being there collecting, they've got to collect from somewhere, but it's those, what I call the arrogant ones, they just come out and shake a bucket and you go into the thing and make you feel. I said, no, I said, I got no money on me. "Oh, I'll see you on the way out." I said, "Will you?" And of course I was paying with cash, but because they wound me up going in, come out, "Oh, you got change now?" I said, "No, I haven't." I said, "Well, it couldn't have come to an exact," oh, cheeky. But they're not allowed to be like that now, apparently. But or salesman for windows or something. And one fella, I was going into Morrison's. There's a fella outside. "You got Sky, sir?" I said, "I have indeed." "Very good to hear." I said, "It's all above me, all above the house and everything." And walked off. The missus embarrassed. But yeah. Oh, and another story, work linked. For a while, I was what they call a DOM support, which is a modern name for a PhG, postman higher grade, just like a foreman, if you like. You had the manager and then the foreman. I did the manager's job for a while, acting manager, and working in the office, and we had a fella there. He'd done 37 years service. Never, he was so dedicated to the job, and it was a different place then. It was a good, they looked after you sort of thing, more than they do now. You're just a number sort of thing now, but they looked after you then more. And if he was sick, if he felt sick, he would take a week's leave. Say he was going to be off 4 days ill, he would say, "Book me a week's leave." He didn't want to go off sick. He was a fool, really. You don't get no thanks really for that sort of stuff. But he is a business. He is a gold nugget in employment for somebody in business. Always arrived before his time. He'd always work over his time if he had to. And he was a fantastic man, a gentleman he was. Old-fashioned type. And treated his vehicle like it was his own. That sort of thing. He'd walk to deliver mail in the snow where he wouldn't have to do it. That sort of stuff. And he'd done 37 years. And on his last day we had a bit of a do for him, a few sandwiches and all the best. Nothing from the management. Not a peep. Christ, I see my ass. Anyway, that was it. Nothing happened. So I leave it a few days just in case. Nothing. So I'm not having this. So I phoned one of the big bosses, not the local, one of the top. And I spoke, he knew who I was, like, and, "Oh, alright, Paul." I said, "Not really." "Oh, he said, what's the matter?" I said, "Well, I'm a bit pissed off, actually." "Oh, what's the matter? With who?" I said, "With you?" "With me? What have I done?" I said, "Are you aware of people?" I said, "When they don't turn up for work, they're always late, or they're always off sick, and they're always, oh yeah, it comes up on the thing." And I said, "Right." I said, "So you'll be aware of somebody when they're going to retire?" "Oh," he said, "we have." I said, "Yeah. We've just had a fella," I said, 37 years service. On his last day, I said, we had a few sandwiches for him. I said, not one manager of any sort of seniority came down to even shake his hand, which would have meant a lot to him. Well, to anybody. I said, just come down that morning and say, thanks very much for all you've done. Have a good and healthy retirement or whatever. It would have meant so much. And I said, not a bloody peep. And I said, he felt it. He didn't say anything. I said, but I can tell he felt it. I said, it's a bloody disgrace. I got a good mind to go to the papers with it. Oh no, don't be silly, it's alright. He said, I'll sort it. Well, I said, it's a bit late now, isn't it? I've told you, it's too late. We're concentrating on too much of this. It's all the negative side of, oh, people are late, or people don't turn up, or they're off sick a lot, do this, that. You want to look at people who do things for the firm and look after it. It's, yeah, okay. Anyway, about, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks later, the bell went on the office door. So I answered it. It was this postman that's retired. Oh, he said, you never guess what? So what's that? I've had a letter here from the top people, he said, and I can go to this hotel for a free meal. He didn't know, he thought they remembered him. He said, oh, I didn't say anything, I didn't say it phone. So anyhow, so he had a free meal, him and his wife and or partner, whatever. And you know, it's I don't know, respect in it. You know, we're all in a world of fastness and everything. You order something and you want it tomorrow. Bum, 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 bum. In work, people used to work 9 till 5, and then 5 o'clock onwards was their home life. Didn't matter how high they were, how good they were, or what they did. But these days, people work all day, and then a lot of people come home, laptop, phones on, always there, in work, 24 hours a day, really. Even though they say, oh no, I don't. Yeah. So they give so many hours, but you get little back. You gotta have a line where you can do your job, you can do it well, but you have to have a line where you separate the two. And yeah, but you shouldn't have to do things like that in a firm. Jesus, unbelievable. That was many years ago, that. But yeah, little things come to your head. Anyway, have a good evening, what's left of it, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.